Trinexpac ethyl propiconazole iron and biostimulants effect on shaded creeping bentgrass by Dr. Irvin, Zhang, Askew, and Goatley. This was published in Hort Technology in 2004. The introduction basically explains why growing creeping bentgrass in the shade is a problem and provides a little bit of information about some products that can provide a beneficial response to creeping bentgrass in the shade by way of applying types of plant hormones, whether it's gibberellic acid or cytokinins or types of hormones that can be applied to help reduce the stress on Kentucky bluegrass grown in the shade. Okay, this is grown in the shade. The materials and methods. This study was conducted on mature pin-cross creeping bentgrass in Blacksburg, Virginia in 2001 and 2002. They used frames to recreate the shade or induce the light stress on the plots. The treatments were, let me get my pen. The treatments that they applied to the creeping bentgrass were applied from June through October, basically, and May through October in the next year. They were a non-treated control, 0.34 ounces per acre of Trinexpac ethyl, 6 fluid ounces of the CPR, which is a seaweed extract and iron sulfate, 3.1 ounces per acre of propiconazole as banner max. Treatment 5 was 5 grams of seaweed extract and 15 grams of humic acid. So that's one of the biostimulant products. And then treatment 6 was 0.11 pounds of iron sulfate per 1,000 square feet, which ends up being about 5 pounds of iron per acre. And then in the next year, they added the CPR product, which is the seaweed extract, to the Trinexpac ethyl to see if there'd be any beneficial impact from the addition of biostimulants to Trinexpac ethyl. The results were very consistent. They found that the Trinexpac ethyl increased turfgrass quality and color very consistently compared to non-treated turfgrass and compared to the biostimulants. They also found that propiconazole was not as consistent as the Trinexpac ethyl, but the propiconazole provided some benefits. Okay, and you'll see that here in the quality. This is the quality for 2001 and the quality for 2002. You can see at the beginning the qualities were all the same, but then you'll see Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole stand out from the crowd fairly consistently. Not every rating date, but most of the rating dates, both Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole, resulted in greater quality turfgrass from July, August, September, and even into October. And in 2002, the same thing occurred where the Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole resulted in greater quality than the control. And occasionally there was one or two biostimulants, like for example here, the CPR that had seaweed extract, resulted in greater quality than the non-treated turfgrass, but not greater than Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole. So the biostimulants didn't result in any greater quality compared to Trinexpac ethyl or propiconazole pretty much throughout both years. The color was very consistent compared to relative to the quality, very consistent results, where the Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole resulted in greater quality than the non-treated turfgrass. The biostimulants, whether it was seaweed extract or humic acid, didn't really result in consistently greater quality than non-treated turfgrass, and rarely, if ever, resulted in greater quality or color than the Trinexpac ethyl plots. Same thing happened in 2002 for the most part, where Trinexpac ethyl and propiconazole resulted in greater color than non-treated turfgrass, whereas the biostimulant products did not. The antioxidant products, which is what you would expect to be increased from the application of some biostimulants, there was a little bit of an increase compared to non-treated. Here's non-treated turfgrass here, and the biostimulant seaweed extract and humic acid did result in an increase, but so did Trinexpac ethyl. Okay, Trinexpac ethyl nothing resulted in greater antioxidant activity than Trinexpac ethyl throughout the entire 2001 and 2002 when they did the measurements. But there was some increase compared to non-treated turfgrass when biostimulants were applied. The creeping bentgrass root strength, there was propiconazole that stood out in 2001 and 2002, but in 2002, Trinexpac ethyl also resulted in greater root strength than non-treated turfgrass. There was only, actually I don't see any where it was just straight biostimulants that resulted in greater root strength. This CPR plus Trinexpac ethyl resulted in greater root strength, but it had Trinexpac ethyl in it. So in the conclusions, basically, slight but inconsistent increases in color due to iron seaweed extract with iron or seaweed extract with humic acid did not result in improved turfgrass quality or root strength. The addition of CPR to Trinexpec ethyl in 2002 provided results that were not different from those of Trinexpec ethyl alone. So the addition of biostimulants to Trinexpec ethyl was not warranted. It increased your cost, but you didn't gain anything back in return for that. These results support concluding that suppression of leaf elongation due to the anti-gibberellic acid of PGRs such as Trinexpec ethyl, and to a lesser extent propiconazole, are the primary factors in improving shade tolerance of creeping bentgrass. Increased leaf color or chlorophyll levels due to Trinexpec ethyl, propiconazole, iron, or seaweed extract appear to be of secondary and insufficient effect by themselves for improved shade tolerance. So why is this important? How can you use it? If you're growing creeping bentgrass in the shade in the Virginia area and you're looking to apply biostimulants to enhance the turfgrass quality or color, there wasn't any evidence in this paper that would convince me that you should spend money on biostimulants to improve the quality or color or root strength of creeping bentgrass grown in the shade. Instead, you should spend those funds in Trinexpec ethyl or propiconazole. Thanks for watching.